guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Gypsy, and today I am going to show you guys a cute little technique. I have searched YouTube and I haven't found anything like it, so hopefully this is the first time you guys have seen it. But anyway, my question is today, do you guys know how to embroider? I don't. I bought a bunch of stuff from like a yard sale, like a huge Tupperware of things full of like embroidery things that someone had loved, and I also had like tons of embroidery stuff already because it's what I use to bind my journals. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this really cute and simple technique of faux embroidery on paper, and we are going to be using stamps. So this is so beginner friendly if you have a little patience, because it does take a little bit of patience, I will say. So all you basically need is paper, embroidery floss, and like glue and some patience. Well, anyway, let's get started. What I'm going to be using today is this Avery laser tint card. I bought a pack of these from an estate sale, and I just am now getting to use them. Basically what they are is like you fold them in half and they kind of just lay that way, I guess, for like placards for people at, you know, conventions or office meetings or something like that. Well, I'm going to be using them for this, and I have, like I said, I have a whole box of them, and I don't know, I was trying to figure out ways to use them, so this is how I'm going to use them. They're not perforated down there because it's basically just a bend, so I'm just going to cut. But while I'm doing this, welcome guys, welcome to my new subscribers, welcome back to my current subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I know this video, I know I got a video out on Monday, and then I kind of just went into hiatus for this week. I've been doing other things and kind of just took a few days to rest. But anyway, I have a few things to record for today, so hopefully you guys will stay tuned and see those videos as well. If you're new here to my channel and you find this video encouraging, or you know, if you learned something that you didn't know, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. I'm always trying to do something fun and new that I haven't seen on YouTube. So anyway, basically, now that we got our pieces cut, and like I said, with everything, I give you the bones, and you can take this and do whatever you want to. You can make it elaborate if you want. I'm just giving you the technique today, and however much time and effort and patience you put into this, and the creations you come out with are based solely on you as a person. But I really would love to see, if you guys do use this technique, what you do with it. And if you'd like to share some images of things that you create using this technique, please send them to me at my email at thepaperliononline@gmail.com. And then that way I can get those onto my Facebook page so people can see what's going on over there. But anyway, guys, now that I've gotten that inked up a little bit, I'm just going to use a very simple stamp, and I'm using this one so that you guys can see the technique, but of course you can go into making other designs with this as well. And basically what it is, it's like it gives you the embroidered feel and texture without tearing up your paper and without actually having to know how to embroider. Okay, so I'm gonna just lightly stamp this image on here. We don't need it to be really dark, because basically this is just our guide. So we're just going to try to get this as centered as possible. And there we are. And then we are just going to choose our colors. So for this one, I'm going to use two different yellows. don't laugh at this, but like I said, I bought this in a whole in a whole collection, and whoever, I think maybe it was a grandma or something, and this is how she threaded her stuff to keep it, and I am not mad about it. So anyway, we're going to be using, I'm going to use this for the center and these for the petals, and then of course this green for the leaves. And I'm going to show you how I did the other one. And I finally got a little needle tip bottle applicator, because I use extremely too much glue on some of my projects, which I really don't need to use this as much glue, because the glue that I do use, it's very inexpensive, but it is like an amazing glue. But anyway, so I'm just going to pipe a little line here, following that line of the stem, and we are going to start there. Oh, and also you probably will need some quilling, or is it called quilling? Yes, quilling. What are these called? Quilling. Clip. No, not clips. Tweezers. Oh my God. Sometimes it's in my brain, and I'm just not, it's not coming out to my tongue, which is crazy. Okay, so we're just basically going to start this right here at the beginning of this glue, and we're just going to, these tweezers are going to help us keep it and guide it to where we need it to be. Hope everybody is doing well. It is now Friday here in Texas, and like, I cannot believe in less than 2 weeks I have to go back to work. Oh, I'm dreading it. But not only back to work, but I also have to go back to homeschooling, my homeschooling routine with the girls as well. You guys ready to send your kids back to school? Well, mine never go anywhere. They always stay here with me, which I like it that way, because I can monitor how much they're learning and what they're learning, and also who they're associating with. Okay, so now we got this the stem down. We're just going to go and clip. Here, my scissors are probably not the best scissors to be using for this. Okay, and if it comes out a little bit, that's okay. Just add a little bit more glue and put that back over there. And to taper your end off, I've been adding just a little bit of glue and kind of just rubbing that in there to get those fibers glued to the paper. When I go through and edit this, I'm going to try to zoom in on this part so you guys can see better what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're going to go and we're going to do our leaves. And when we do our leaves, we're going to go ahead and extend this point down here toward the leaf base, just so that it looks like it's a continuation, you know, a continuing piece. And you don't see like the disjointed, you know, areas, although you could do it like that if you wanted to. And when you are using this, I do recommend that you do use a glue that connects pretty quickly. That way it holds it in place better for you while you are getting your, you know, pieces maneuvered around. And I'm just going to hold that in place as like an anchor. Okay. And before your glue completely sets, you can use your tweezers to adjust anything. that a second before I cut that. I really need to invest in some better scissors. And if you have a little excess floss, just go ahead and taper that in where you can. Of course, if you have better scissors, and I keep buying scissors, and my daughter, who also likes to craft, she always continues to get them, and they end up dull because she's cutting cardboard and everything else with them. All right, so now that we have that there, let's go ahead and when I'm piping this glue, it reminds me of when I had my home bakery, because I used to pipe cookies. I used to do a lot of sugar cookies and decorate those, and I would have to like trace it and then go back through with the royal icing and flood the cookie with icing. So doing this kind of reminds me of that. And the more you practice this, the more you get like control over it, the faster it'll go. Because it does take a little bit of time, you know, to get it where you want it to be. Especially when you start getting to like the tricky angles and things like that. Alright, so we're just going to press that down there. Make sure that it's connecting. Make sure it's all in the glue. And if you have a little excess glue, it's not going to matter too much, but you can take your little tweezers and go around and get rid of that if you want to. Alright. So if you are new here, let me know in the comments how you got here. Did you find me on your For You page? Did it come up in your playlist, or how'd you guys find me? Because I'm trying to figure out how to get more views. Okay. And this, like I said, sometimes this can be tricky. If I was using better scissors, I wouldn't be dealing with this, like having to pull it back up. The other way to avoid that is letting it dry completely before cutting it. But since I'm on camera, I'm going through it fairly quickly. I probably wouldn't be doing it as quickly if I wasn't on camera. Anyway, so now we have our leaves down. Again, before your glue completely dries, you can adjust those, you know, adjust anything you need to on there. And so now we're going to go here with this middle. Is it the stamen, I believe? And this technique is a great way to add some extra texture into your projects. I'm really embarrassed by these scissors. I wish I had brought another pair of scissors to the table with me, but we're here now. Okay, so we're just going to lay that down. And if you hold your embroidery floss as you go, it just makes it a little bit easier to guide it into place. Alrighty, so here we go with these bad scissors. It's like they're even more terrible. Oh my gosh. But anyway, if this happens to you, just put a little extra glue down. If your glue is already wet, is like a little bit dry from this process, just add a little bit of glue to let it stick back down. Okay, so now we have that center piece. You can adjust it however we need to. I'm going to add a little bit of glue here just to kind of make sure our pieces stay where they need to be. Because since this is embroidery floss, we all know that it does have separate little strands that can come up. So we want to make sure that we get those all like touched by the glue. Okay. And I wish I don't have another pair of scissors close by. And I'm not going to pause the video to go get any. But you guys get the idea of what I'm doing. Hopefully when you're using this, you have better scissors, because mine are shot. But anyway, okay, so now we're gonna do an alternating color. So I'm gonna do this. I think this is like a goldenrod or something like that. Okay. Try to stay on in frame. Okay, so we're just gonna, it's like they had 3 strands rolled of this at once. Okay, and I don't want to really waste much, so I'm keeping it on the spool as I go, which is a very brave move. But you feel free to do yours however you want. All right, so now with these right here, I'm going to keep mine in a continuous one continuous line going all the way through. If it's easier for you to do a segment by segment, feel free to do that, because you can achieve it just like we did these individually by segments. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and just do these all as one. We're going to start off with 3 just so that our glue doesn't dry on us. I hope you guys are able to see what I am doing. And in little spots like this where your threads are coming apart, you can just press those down until they get connected to the glue that's already down there, or you can add a little bit of glue to help them stick. Yeah. It can be a little tricky, but the end result is rewarding enough to pursue it. Okay. I'm just going through and cleaning up a little bit of the glue. Okay. Before I glue this other side down, I'm going to go ahead and take care of some of these little loose bits and pieces that I have. When I was working on this off camera, my thread behaved a lot better. But we all know as soon as we get on camera, it's a whole nother story. And that's just the way it is. Okay, so now we got that. We'll go ahead and finish with these last 2 petals. Get just a little bit of glue in that void. Okay. no idea where the rest of that is on that spool. So we're just gonna have to do what we can. Okay. And when you're sticking down, of course, make sure that there is no glue on the surface that you're trying to stick it down to, because that's just going to pull it back up. Again, before your glue dries, that just gives you a chance to play around with it a little bit more. All right, and there we have it. It's not completely dry yet, so I'm not gonna like run across it with my fingers, but that is so cute. You can add your little tag up here at the top. Let me see if I have something over here, and I don't think I do. Oops. Of course, you could add a little something on top of it, like if you had a butterfly or something. Let me see if I have. Add like a little bee or something like that, to where it seems like it's like about to pollinate the flower. But anyway, it's such a cool little technique, and you can also do it to where you are stamping with like a stamp like this, that's like kind of like a color block stamp, and then you go through and you just outline the edges of it. You can like take a little piece and put it in the center to make like your stamen. There's so many things that you can do with this technique to make like belly bands, embellish cards, lots and lots and lots of things that you can do with it. Hopefully you guys will try it, and I hope you love it. If you do, let me know in the comments if you'll try this, and if you do, again, please send me your projects or pictures of what you've done at my email at thepaperliononline@gmail.com. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I hope you try this technique, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!